I put a bait tank on my boat. I really don't know how this is going to work out. I had briefly a 50-gallon Mills tank on that 17-foot jet boat I had in the past. And this is a 50-gallon creek bank bait tank. Now the Mills is a more wider bait tank, and I think it's actually a better bait tank. From what I've read, you have to fill this thing all the way up for it to work right, while a Mills bait tank will work when it's only halfway full. And this one is more simple than a Mills bait tank. So I'm gonna fill it up here with water, put some goldfish in it, put a bluegill, and maybe those gizzards are still alive that my buddy Clint, who is behind the camera, brought. And we're going to see if we can catch a flathead tonight. Normally you would put shad in something like this, or even skipjacks, but this is kind of a test phase because I don't know how well this is going to work out in this boat. It does feel like I got a lot more room on the sides, which is a good thing. I also bought an umbrella to help protect us from the sun, which it's not going to do at the moment because the sun is going down. Now, I don't have this hooked up to the internal lines. I just plugged them all up, and there's no water in the boat at all, which is good. That means I plugged them up good and we're not sinking. And I'm just using the bilge pumps that I had on hand. I really need to get like a 800 gallon per hour or even a 1200 or 1100 gallon per hour pump to fill this thing up really fast. My main battery's back here for 12 volt stuff, and I'm just going to use my charging plug. I rigged it so I could use the charging plug to power the bilge pump. And then to power the bait tank bilge pump, I'm going to use a 12 volt socket. The boat came with a 12 volt socket. Hopefully it won't melt the wires. This is the way most people fill up bait tanks anyway. I could take the old input line or whatever from the bilge pump and put it like in the side or something on this, but I don't actually own this bait tank. This is actually Milton Hill Bill's bait tank. He's letting me borrow it just so I can see how it will work out on this boat. Taking the seat out of the boat was really easy, and it actually stopped the leak. I mean, this thing's completely dry. The built-in live well, it was leaking still even after I took it to the dealership. So now I have a dry boat. Now, taking that seat out did leave like an inch gap on both sides, like a hole. That's why I got this rubber mat. Just a cheap $20 rubber mat that I got from Rural King. It's a horse mat. And I got it strapped down so it won't move anywhere. I guess I can put the goldfish in while it's filling up. Nice sized goldfish. I don't have too many left. This one's so small it might have been one of my babies. Hand me your bucket. Probably do need to figure something better out with that umbrella.
Well,
what we got in here?
If you screw it open, you could.
Say what?
Yeah, I said if you drill a hole right here, you could screw a screw into there and hold it.
Oh. Or maybe I could like cut that. I might just cut that. All right, let's see what Clint caught here. Oh, bluegills. Oh, nice bluegill. Quite a few of them. And crawfish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a big one. Ah! All right, let's see if we can catch a flathead tonight. or anything else that decides to bite. All right, we picked a creek mouth that is out of the sun. So let's see if I can catch something and then catch something with it. Right through the net. I'm gonna have to double net these guys. Where'd that little net go? There we go. Start off with a big goldfish. I did bring one of my bobber rigs, so I'm going to float one and put 3 on the bottom. And whatever Clint has, he's got a few rods and reels of his own. He's being shy and hiding behind the camera.
I spilled this goat minnow water down my leg.
You spilled the goat minnow water. You. I've got a drop off like in that direction, and to the right is really shallow. So I'm going to put this guy on the shallow area. There is a lot of current going on too. Hopefully I won't tangle up in Clint's line.
Nope.
I got peg floats on here too. I don't normally use peg floats. I'm just kind of testing them out. If you think of flatheads, their eyes are on top of their head, so they're looking up. So you want the bait up so the flathead can see it. Whenever a flathead is grabbing my cut bait, they're going to the bottom because it's laying on the bottom, which is kind of, you know, not the best situation for a flathead. I have to try it at my local creek with these. Maybe I'll catch more flatheads that way. We're on the Tennessee River, just to let you know what river we're on. One of the bigger rivers around here. This is a really short leader. Well, that's a big bluegill. Yep. Should work perfectly. Nice big bluegill. Put another goldfish out. Oh, this one partially came off. Whoa! Oops. These goldfish are fast. There we go. They're fast and slippery. I'll put this in the creek channel. What'd you catch? Oh, another bluegill. Live well. Or the bait tank. I'm going to call it a live well now. I was calling my live well a bait tank, and now I'm calling the bait tank a live well. Well, we're not skunked. I'm behind on video, so I'm going to publish this video no matter what. Even if we don't catch anything. At least the bait tank's working. We hit 30 miles per hour going upriver against Tennessee River current. And this thing's pretty much completely full. So maybe I have a winner here. I guess I have to test this out with 2 clients. That's about how many people I take fishing with me. I take up to 2 people. And right now, the price is $200 for 2 people for half a day trip, which is like 4 hours. Sometimes we'll do 3 hours if we catch a lot of fish. And sometimes we'll do 6 hours if we don't catch any fish. We'll give it the best try we can. Hey Clint, you want to put a couple of your rods out the back? Go ahead and do that. Grab a couple of live baits, and maybe the whisker seekers will be lucky today. To conserve room, I brought my Savage Gear net. It's a folding net. It's just about as big as the Monster Rod Holders net. Hopefully that wasn't too noisy. Now hopefully something will drop by and eat one of our baits. Oh.
You have one?
Now I gotta think. It looked like something was playing with it. I thought there might have been a fish there, but nope. I'm giving your rods bad luck, Clint.
Oh, they already had it.
I guess I'm just going to leave that one there for now. We're going to give this spot a good while, and then we're going to move to another spot right at dark where there's deep water and a bunch of rubble and rocks. Clint was fishing downstream from it and was getting flatheads last night that were breaking him off on structure. So we're going to try upstream from that spot and see if we can land something, if this spot doesn't produce something. Oh. Missed that really big takedown. But something grabbed this, whatever it is. I don't know what I put in the water here. Either a bluegill or a goldfish. That was a really good takedown. I just wasn't recording. Sorry about that, guys. Thought for sure we wouldn't catch anything today. When it comes to live bait, I usually have problems catching fish. Whoa. That's a shorty leader. Little bitty flathead. This is a respectable flathead. I might be able to hand land this guy. Oh wow, he must have been hung up or something. The sinker's gone. That's where this other rod's hung up, was in the same general direction. He's hooked really good. Nice flathead. And a boat passing us. get my D-hookers, make it easier to get this hook out. That was easy. Flathead on live bait. Cool. We got waves heading this way. Nice flathead. Hope this looks good on the camera. I don't have my lights out yet. Tennessee River flathead. Let them go, let them grow. Whoa. Okay, so it was the actual sinker that broke. Like there's the eye to the sinker. So it got snagged in something. That flathead grabbed it and pulled it out of whatever it was hung in. Let's give you guys a closer look at this. Huh. I think I'll get another one, put it on here, and put it out there, and maybe we'll get another flathead here before we move. Let me know in the comments below if you know what bait I had on this rod, what bait it was. I guess 20 more minutes and then we're going to move. Okay, we're pretty much at the last spot. We've only got 4 rods out. We had to break the line on one of the clinch rods, and I'm not going to put the bobber rod out. And I'm currently draining the bait tank. I got to use this bilge pump system to put it in there and to take it back out. And for not knowing what the gallon per hour is on my little pump here, it's doing pretty good. That pump is actually from a cooler live well kit I bought on Amazon, and I've modified it with a different hose so I can use it with the bait tank. And what's cool about it, it's got a filter in there, so I'm putting clean water into the bait tank when I pull it from the lake or river, and hopefully this will pull all the water out of here. When we reeled up earlier, several of the hooks are empty too. We got cleaned out by other fish in the area. Maybe we should have stayed there longer. But we're gonna see if we can get something here. If not, I'll be closing the video soon. I really do have high hopes for this spot. It looks really good. At least to me it looks good. Hopefully the fish like it too. Well, we're gonna reel up and head back to the ramp now. I don't know if I said this earlier, but this is a work week night for me. So I got to go to work in the morning. I did have high hopes for this spot. I'll probably come back in the future and try again sometime. It just looks so good. There's got to be a fish here every now and then. Anyway, what do you guys think? Was putting a bait tank in this little 18-foot boat a good or a bad idea? Clint told me that he thinks that it gives a little bit more room. It just feels like there's more room in the boat because the seat, there was only like less than a foot on each side to go around the seat. With this, it's much wider, and to me, I mean, it feels good too. Just leave a comment below. Now I do have a few goldfish left. I'm taking them back home and putting them back in my home bait tank for now, and I'll fish with them in the future. Maybe I'll be able to get a big flathead in my local creek. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for taking your time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to help my channel out, hit that thumbs up to show that you like this video. It's that time of year now where the bigger fish should be moving around more. So it's just a matter of time before I get a big one in the boat. And it will either be here on YouTube for you guys or with one of my clients. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. And I'm totally making Clint do all the work.